Bonjour mes amis. Today we're back with another incredibly subjective recipe, and one that really only takes a handful of ingredients to make, and is honestly quite the showstopper. Look at this guy. Anyway, let's make it. Into a small saucepan, we're going to add a whatever amount of water, because we're going to use as much or as little of this as we want. Now I want you to add this to taste until it feels like a nice, subtle, smoky flavor. Next we'll season with our soy sauce until it's just shy of how your ex feels after your glow up. And seasoning with soy sauce is extremely important to learn because this is an incredible tool for diversifying your knowledge in Asian cooking overall. Speaking of glowing skin, check out this beautiful snapper. Fire up your P90X to trim off some of that belly and turn it onto the tail side aligned with your dominant hand, and make a vertical cut all the way down to the skin without cutting through it, and then start to slice horizontally with the edge pointing slightly towards the skin, moving both the skin and the knife back and forth to remove the skin entirely. Portion off a single fillet if you have commitment issues like me, and then admire your own work because you're getting better at this, and then remove the bloodline because you want visual consistency. Now cut the snapper into slices that are about half the width of the thickness of the actual fillet itself. This will allow us to then slice those in half and create an extremely even dice. Now that our geometry lesson is over, we can actually get to work and dice this up. Once you're finished with that, we're going to transfer to a bowl and keep cold until you're ready to serve. Oh wait, right now? Okay, if we're eating it right now, we're going to do soy sauce and toasted sesame oil. We're going extremely light on both of these. We just want it to be undertones because we really do want to appreciate this incredible fresh fish. Fish is expensive, let's not fuck it up. Grab a little snack and then move on. Now here's a tip for opening avocado in the safest way possible. Instead of turning your knife, we're going to turn the avocado. Keep the blade as stationary as possible, try and maintain that angle, and then Bob's your uncle. Now instead of potentially going straight through the avocado pit and into your hand, we're going to wrap both of our index and middle finger around it and then press it with our thumb from the backside. This one needed a little extra coaxing like I do every morning trying to get out of bed. And then we're going to go against our better judgment here and dice it inside the peel. Please don't do this. I'm doing this because I'm an absolute basket case, and this is how I cope with my manic episodes, I suppose. We're going to just scoop that out, practically speaking, and then mash that. Just to, give our blender a little helping hand in the beginning phase. You don't want to see any of that, so we're going to squeeze a little bit of lemon on it to keep it from oxidizing up front. Don't get too crazy because we're actually going to be blending this, so grab your blender. Add in all of your avocado and then grab an ingredient that I have become extremely infatuated with, Yuzu Kosho. I'm not sure why I said it that way, but we're going to add about a half teaspoon of this, or basically to taste. I mean, if you really like the stuff, go nuts. To aid with texture and with the initial blending process, we're going to add a bit of our dashi. You can always add more later, so go light at the beginning. Starting with the pulse setting to get this started, we're going to work it until basically it all shoots up the side, and then we have to force it back down with our rubber spatula. Keep this going until you have a nice smooth puree. Quick tip to get the remainder of the avocado off of the blades is to spin it really quick, and you can see it forces everything to the outside. Thus, more yield, more flavor, and more importantly, a snack, because I'm so hungry at this point, and this is a beautiful excuse. And we move on to our final garnish, which is going to be a radish. Now we're going to wash off your nasties, because there's definitely some dirt there, and we're going to remove most of the green end, leaving just a touch on because it'll provide color in our final dish. Likewise, we're going to be removing the tail-like root end because it's going to get real squirrely on our mandolin. Yes, the mandolin. Now you're probably telling yourself, you know what mate, you're really pushing the finger guillotine narrative a bit much. But it's really the only way we're going to get consistent, incredibly thin slices on this. So please take your time, just make it work, and here's the fruit of your labor. It's just super cool looking and really nice. Just like your first time in bed, we're finished before you know it. To plate up, we're going to be starting with our snapper. And to avoid scrutiny from my buddy Scotty again, we're going to be using 3 pipings or mounds of our avocado puree. Now tuck those little guys in with your little radish slices. Put some black sesame over top just to provide a little pop. Now pour in some of your dashi, just enough to fully cover the bottom of the plate. And that's good. Now additionally, but not demonstrated, chili oil would be an amazing and striking finishing touch if you have it. This dish is a workshop in simplicity. It helps you understand how to season with these various Asian ingredients and achieve incredible flavor with minimal effort. Now that I'm clearly stoked, I'm just gonna go off screen and eat the rest of this and do your damn dishes afterwards. Because a dirty kitchen is a vacant kitchen. Let me know what component of this dish you like the most, and if there's anything specific that you'd like to learn in the future, feel free to let me know. Make sure you share this video if it was anything of value to you, and subscribe if you're new. Thanks for coming around, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.